Did you see my slide?
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for your time to join the sections today from IBM Vietnam. My name is Hai. I'm sure some of you in the room now, you know me many years before, right? Because for on IBM Storage project and solution design for Cambodia market, I am architecture, right? So today, my part will be presenting to all of you about IBM Storage solutions. And as you can see on the screen, this is IBM FlashSystem, enterprise for everyone, right? And the highlight of the key topic I will talk today is the unlock efficiency with the single and flexible storage architecture, right? Unlock the efficiencies from your system, from your investments with a single and flexible storage architecture, right? Today I will share with all of you very focused, short, strongest, right? Strongest, most valuable, latest, modernized IBM storage solution that have a lot of our customer in the world, right? And Vietnam and Cambodia as well, to have you get a better outcome in your business with IBM storage solution. The agenda, I have three parts. The part one, I will talk about the modern ability as a critical. Modern ability of storage system is a critical for your success, right? The second is the IBM FlashSystem storage key feature. What are the key features? What is the latest? What is new? What is hot? What is strong from IBM Storage than another vendor, right? What is the difference? And how we can have our customer to get best, protect your data, protect your investment, right? And get the better outcome as well. And finally, I will summary all information I share today to all of you, right? So during the presentation, if you have not clear in audio, right, let me know immediately, so that maybe I can check something to make sure I transfer the fully content to all of you today. First of all, I would like to share some key messages. IBM Corporation, in terms of the storage part, we have 4 key messages we would like to send to our customer. The first one, for every IBM storage system when we design and supply in the world, we focus to give to our customer the performance and efficiency. The second one, it should be cloud enabled, right? It should be cloud enabled, and in fact, it's ready. On IBM storage system portfolio now is ready for cloud, right? The third point, our storage system and solution we build for future, not just only, right? Only at this moment, not now, but for the future, and ready for a lot of feature, a lot of new application would will be deployed in the future. That is very important to make sure IBM storage system can help customer to protect your investment, right? And the last one in 4 key message is the resilient. Resilient is very, very important, and on most my slide today, I will share more information focused to resilient. Now, hello? Can you still hear me clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, for storage, we have many topics to share about, but right now, not in the world, right? Not general in the world, but I would like to focus for ASEAN and Vietnam, and special for Cambodia market. We are focused to talk a lot about data resilience. Data resilience, very important, right? So what's about What's some question, important question about data resilience? Let you imagine, and you can ask whether your primary storage is a resilient or not, right? Is your data copy is isolated? Isolated, that means you have the production data, right? Do you have another copy of production data, and two of copy is suppressed together, so that maybe a hacker, a malware, and ransomware, in case they attack to your production data, and they could not attack to the copy data, the backup of your production data, right? Or is your data copy is discoverable, right? You can search, you can read and write fast enough, intelligent, something like this, right? And the last one, can you restore your data fast? Can you restore your data fast enough? In case you have any issue, maybe human error, maybe software error, maybe hardware error, anything, right? So in this case, can you restore your data fast enough, right? That is some important questions about the data resilience. And today, I will show to you some very strong feature from IBM Storage, so that we make sure we give to our customer the strongest, the best data protection solution from IBM Storage, right? The part one, I will talk about modern ability as critical to our customer success, right? Very important. The first one, for every customer, our customer, when they are looking for the storage solution, or they are modernize their existing storage infrastructure, they need the multi-site replication. The multi-site replication, right? I will explain detail in my next slide. This is the first point. The multi-site replication is critical to customer success, right? The second point is a near zero failover. The failover, it should be near zero or zero, right? The third point, cross vendor flexibility, right? I see not in the world so far, right? I talk in ASEAN, only in Vietnam market and Cambodia market, right? I see a lot of my customer in their environment. They have a lot of storage system from many vendors like HP, EMC, Dell EMC, Hitachi, NetApp, Oracle, and so on, right? So our solution today, the modern solution today, make sure it should support cross vendor, can engage together, interaction together, right? And a lot of another function to make sure you leverage and you utilize best your investment, right? The fourth point is data resiliency, very important. So today you will see I share what is the data resiliency solution from IBM Storage, right? The last one is the performance. Of course, performance. If we don't talk about the performance, it's not enough for a modern storage solution, right? Okay, the first point, IBM primary storage solution we design, and right now, as many years ago, we support for multi-site replication. Multi-site replication. What mean? When you buy one storage system and you put at the side, our solution allow you to invest the second storage system. You can put as DSI or third side or fourth side, even at the fifth side, 5 side maximum, right? So multi-site can be replication together to make sure you have a capability to prevent in scale you have the disaster recovery, right? If your storage system in primary side have any issue or downtime, you can have immediately, right? The downtime can be 0 or sub-second or minute. It depend on how the solution you invest, how about solution you deploy, right? It supports the multi-site replication solution. And our solution have the best for replication and high availability than lots of another vendor. Let's see the point. Our IBM storage system, we can support a lot of another SAN storage system vendor can combine together, can work together. Okay, let me explain very clear this point. Let's say you have existing, you have a Dell EMC storage system SDC, and maybe you have NetApp storage system SDR, right? A lot of customers, they have many other SAN storage system, different vendor, and could not replication together, right? Could not replication together. In this case, if you choose IBM storage system and we put on top SDC one box and SDR one box, IBM storage system, we can connect to another SAN storage system. Does not matter which is vendor, what is vendor, right? Does not matter. Over 500 SAN storage system from another company. IBM storage system can connect, support, and we support replication together for all storage system different SDC and DR. So you can see on the slide, the IBM FlashSystem and SAN volume controller, we support to connect Pure, HPE, Dell EMC, NetApp, Hitachi, Oracle, a lot of, right? Over 500 SAN storage system from another vendor can connect to IBM storage system and we can replication together from both sides. Very, very strong solution from IBM. Yes. The next point, very important for modern availability, which is encryption. Encryption, right? Today, I'm sure you heard a lot about theft, attacking from hacker, data encryption, and lost data from malware, ransomware, a lot of things, right? So encryption is a very strong feature from IBM Storage, which is really built-in, right? Built-in capability in our storage system to help you to encrypt your data when you store on IBM storage system, right? This is a key point, the first solution, so that you can protect your data from data theft, from hacker attacking, and so on, right? Next slide, I share with you some key points. What is the difference in terms of the design and performance? Design and performance from IBM Storage and another vendor. Many years ago till now, I heard from a lot of my customers, they asked me, so what's the key difference between IBM flash storage and another flash vendor, right? They said that every flash is flash storage. It's the same, right? Not too much different. No. Today I will show you more detail. What is the difference from IBM flash and another flash, right? I always share with my customer the IBM flash system totally different with the rest from the world. How we different? On the slide, you are seeing the IBM FlashScore model. IBM FlashScore model. I will talk more detail, a lot of information in next some slide. But general in this slide, I would like to share with overview about IBM FlashScore model. This is a physically design and the image we capture from IBM FlashScore model and show you how is it inside the FlashScore model, right? For every IBM FlashScore model, that is a flash media in our IBM flash storage system where we design two sides, right? Top on the left hand side and bottom on the right hand side, you can see, right? So for each IBM FlashScore model, inside we design a lot of flash chip, right? You see the square block with the black color is the flash chip. This is where your data is stored, okay? And we design a lot of DRAM. DRAM inside every FlashScore model. This is totally different with a lot of another flash storage in the world, right? We embedded a lot of DRAM and very strong the controller special controller. You will see the special feature and strong feature in next some my slide, right? We have flash media, a lot of flash media to store your data, right? We embedded a lot of DRAM, you know, right? DRAM to have speed up and processing your data, right? And the controller, very strong controller with a lot of special feature inside the controller. So how about another vendor? So how about up design from another flash storage vendor? On the screen, you can see this is the commodity solid state drive, commodity SSD. Commodity is mean cheap, right? Popular, very cheap, and many companies in the world they manufacture this kind of commodity SSD. Almost, right? On flash storage vendor in the world, they don't manufacture, they don't produce the SSD, right? They must buy the SSD from maybe Toshiba, Samsung, or SanDisk, something like this, right? Look like you see the iPhone, right? The Apple is not produce the iPhone hardware, right? The OEM from the Taiwan company, right? The same on another flash storage vendor. I don't mention the name here, right? On another flash storage vendor, they buy the SSD, right? Commodity chip, right? From maybe Toshiba, Samsung, or SanDisk, right? They buy these SSD, right? And they bring their logo and maybe upgrade or tune in a little bit the software driver inside the disk and this on. Okay, this is our flash storage. And this is the physically image of commodity solid state drive. So that you can see what they have, what it has inside the solid state drive. They have controller, one controller, a little bit function, right? A little bit some flash chip. Yeah, they should have flash chip to store your data. That's all. Very simple, right? And when we compare side by side, apple to apple comparison from flash core model, that means the FCM from IBM and on other flash storage in the world, this means SSD. You can see on the screen, right? We have bigger capacity. You will see on next my slide. We have the biggest capacity density in one flash core model in the world now, right? And we have a lot of another feature that all other vendor cannot supply, doesn't have. Example, built-in encryption for it. Every flash core module from IBM, we have built-in the encryption chip, the special chip to do the encryption your data. No impact to your performance. Okay? And built-in the compression, built-in every disk. You will not hurt. You didn't see any vendor in the world have the same this capability. Encryption and compression by special chip inside every disk. Inside every disk. No any vendor in the world have the same this capability from IBM. This is a very strong and very good solution. It helps you to protect your data better and saving a lot of money, right? The compression we help you to saving a lot of money, Or another feature like health binding, heat segregation, variable voltage, right? These are technology to have flash core model have the lifetime, the endurance, right? The endurance. I hope you very understand and clear about the endurance. That means the how many years you can use every disk, right? The lifetime or the endurance, right? We have a lot of unique pattern feature inside every disk to have expand the life endurance, maybe more than 30 to 50% than a lot of traditional solid state drive, right? And the last one in the slide, you see the variable strip rate. Let me highlight my pointer clear. Yeah, You see the variable strip rate, VSR. You can go to the Google and you type variable strip rate. This is the patent, unique patent from IBM in the world. This is the hardware rate inside every disk. Okay, I will talk in next my slide. No any vendor have the same capability with the variable strip rate. You will see on next my slide. And the last one, IBM FlashSystem, we give to our customer with the fastest, can say fastest speed for read and write in the world. With the latency is around under 70 microsecond latency, right? If you interesting, if you focus on the storage technology, you can check the latency. You will see the IBM FlashSystem running very fast, can say one of two vendor fastest in the world right now. Okay, this is the overview to compare how different from IBM Flash and on another vendor in the world, right? Okay, second part, I will show you focus key point from IBM FlashSystem Storage. What is the key feature from IBM FlashSystem Storage? When we compare with another vendor, you will see our solution is a totally different. Okay. The last one. This is a very, very good, very special slide. I need to show to all my customer, right? For every IBM storage presentation, I always talk about this slide, right? Performance, the first point. I talk about the performance. And IBM FlashSystem, we give to our customer the strongest and the best performance. Why? For IBM FlashSystem, we support at least 5 kind of drive is in my slide on the screen. The first kind of drive is the hard drive. It's very cheap, very slow. Many years ago, right? Many years ago in the world, we are using the hard drive. Can say right now, when every customer, when they spend the money to buy new storage system or modernize their storage system infrastructure, can say they don't buy hard drive anymore because slow, right? No any special feature can speed up the application from customer. No any other special feature to saving the money. Don't use the hard drive anymore if you need speed, right? And the efficiency. Many years ago, maybe 3 or 5 years ago, a lot of customers, they buy SSD. I'm sure you are aware about SSD, right? But SSD, for IBM, we have 3 kind different SSD. 3 kind different SSD. The first one, let's see, the SSD is running with the SAS protocol. You see, SAS SSD. This is the cheapest SSD, right? Lowest speed in every SSD kind, right? Very cheap, no any feature special inside the SSD. Just faster than hard drive only, that's all. No any other special design. The second kind of SSD is NVMe SSD. NVMe SSD. Also, the SSD, another another vendor they buy from Toshiba, Samsung, or SanDisk, right? But this kind of SSD is running with the NVMe protocol. I hope all of you here are aware what is NVMe. Okay, I don't talk NVMe now because I don't have too much time. The NVMe simpler is the new protocol. Right, the modern protocol than the SAS protocol, right? NVMe is running faster than the SAS many times, right? Maybe 10 times, 20 times, or 50 times, or even 100 times, right? So let's just try with the NVMe is running better, is faster than the SAS SSD. A little bit expensive more the SAS SSD, but because the core is the SSD commodity, right? You remember commodity SSD, so no any feature special inside the NVMe SSD as well, right? The third The third one, flash storage from IBM support is the IBM FlashScore model. IBM FlashScore model. This is from IBM. Okay, SAT SSD, NVMe SSD, we OEM from another vendor. I told before, right? From Toshiba, maybe from Samsung, maybe from SanDisk. Like the same on other vendor, right? We don't own SSD. But IBM FlashScore model you see on the screen, this is from IBM. All right. IBM engineer and scientists from IBM, we researching, we developing many years ago, right? I remember maybe around 8 to 10 years ago till now, right? And we develop, we researching, we manufacturing from IBM, manufacturer in the world from IBM, 100% we own. We not OEM from another company. So inside the FlashScore model, we have a lot of special design. Like I shared before, right? Encryption chip, hardware compression chip. We have a lot of technology to expand the lifetime, the endurance, right? Better than a lot of commodity SSD. And the capacity, you can see on the row, the capacity, right? The maximum capacity for every write in the world is a 30 terabyte only. 30 terabyte only for every SSD write in the world now. But for IBM FlashScore model, we can support maximum 38.4 terabyte. You can see on the screen, right? And this capacity is not compressed yet. It's not compressed. And our FlashScore model, we support default to compress the ratio double the capacity when we do the compression with the hardware compression chip inside the disk. So for every FlashScore model with 38 terabyte, the customer can store double. It means 76 terabyte data is double. No any performance impact. No any performance impact, right? We call that is a hardware compression and also the encryption by special hardware chip inside the disk. With the speed, the latency average from 70 microseconds, right? Very fast and very strong, saving a lot of money to customer, no impact to performance. No any vendor in the world have the same this capability from IBM. Okay, the last one, flash storage media we support maybe come from Intel or Samsung, right? That is the option. And the last one, so that's right. We call the storage class memory FCM SSD. You see, for SSD, have a lot of kind of SSD, different price, different feature, different capacity and compression and speed, right? So for IBM, when you buy IBM FlashSystem storage, we support at least 5 kind of price on the screen, right? If you don't need any speed, any other feature, just keep pick. If we can, you can choose hard drive, right? If you need the flash storage system, modern, fastest, strongest, and compression, encryption, no impact to performance, we recommend you choose the IBM FlashScore model. Okay? In terms of the speed, you can see the row speed, right? From left to right hand side, the speed is more faster and faster. Okay? So I think I hope with this slide you aware what is the difference from IBM FlashSystem storage and another vendor. Okay, this is the first point. The second point, I need to talk about reliability and availability. Yeah, very important, right? Performance, yes, very important. But the reliability and availability, protection your data is very important. And we have a lot of feature unique from IBM in the world. You can see IBM FlashSystem we give to our customer 4-level data protection. Okay, please remember my talk today. IBM FlashSystem give to customer at least 4-level data protection, totally different with every other storage vendor in the world. The first level, we protect our customer data inside the disk, right? Inside every Flatcom model, we have the technology called chip level rate. Chip level rate, you can see on the screen, right? This is a variable strip rate term. You can go to the Google, you check what is a variable strip rate. You will see a lot of white paper, technical white paper. We talk about the variable strip rate. Simplest, this is the hardware rate inside the disk. Hardware rate inside the disk between the flash chip, right? So that we allow one write can fail many flash chip, right? In case the disk fail one flash chip, two flash chip, three flash chip, doesn't matter. Your data still there, safety, no data loss, no lower speed, right? Every running normally, okay? Different with on another vendor inside commodity. So that's right. In case they fail any even single flash chip, the write will fail. Okay, you will lose the data. That is the first point. We protect your data inside the disk. Level 1. The level 2, we protect your data whole system. In case you fail many, right? Over 25% of flash chip inside the IBM flash disk, the write will fail, right? So how we protect in case you fail one write or two write, okay? So we have IBM distributed thread. IBM distributed thread. Sorry. Did you still hear me clear? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes I need to check to make sure you are following me, right? Not only me talk, only me here. Okay. The second level, we have the IBM distributed trace. This is a very intelligent. We protect your data in case you lose one write or two write, for example, right? Maybe it's similar with when you configure the red file and red SIG. Okay, I'm sure you aware what is a red file. It's a red SIG. But red file and red SIG is a very old technology. We call traditional red. On the right hand side, you see, right? Very traditional red. If you use the red file and red SIG, can say you waste a lot of money for spare write and very slow. When you have one write or two write fail, the review data very slow, right? I don't have not too much time to talk detail different between IBM distributed thread and traditional thread. Maybe another section, another workshop. I will talk more detail, right? Okay. So the second level of protection, we protect. If you fail one write or two write, we have the IBM distributed thread. This is the red outside the disk. The second level red outside the disk. And we can protect your data in case you lose one write or two write or more. Okay. That is the second level data protection. So what is the third level? Amazing. In case you don't lost one write, two write, three write, but you lost whole system, whole enclosure, right? Almost the same storage when you sell to customer, we have the one enclosure, two unit, right? We have maybe 24 write, right? 24 write. So how about in case you lose 3 write, 5 write, 10 write, or 24 last write fail? How? How we can protect your data? Okay. IBM FlashSystem, we have the capability at the level 3 data protection. We can mirror. We have the capability to mirror two enclosure. Following me. Okay, very clear, slow. This is a very important point. Let's say in your system you have Dell EMC enclosure. Okay, you have HP storage enclosure. And you have very important application on top like core banking, core insurance, core SAP HANA, core retail, so on, right? And you need the capability in case your Dell storage system or your HP storage system fail, your critical application still running automatically for you. No need to do anything. How? Okay. So if you have the IBM Flash storing on top, you put on top, right? In the bottom, you have maybe two IBM storage system, or you have Dell EMC, SP, or NetApp and Hitachi. IBM FlashSystem storage we have mirror two box together. So that is the third level, the level 3 protection, right? Mirror different storage enclosure. In case you lose one box, you have another box immediately. One active together, and your critical application still running, right? Let's see the level 3 protection. The last one, the question from customer is asking IBM. So in case we don't lose one enclosure, two enclosure, but we have the disaster recovery in the DC, right? We lose the on server room, crash, right? Disaster, we lose everything. So how can we protect the customer data in that case? So we have the level 4, okay? The first protection. We have the capability to build a solution so that two storage systems at two sides, DC and DR, can replicate together and running active together. So in case the customer they lose the whole server room, maybe at DC or maybe at DR, you will have the immediately read and write capability for your server. Automatically 100%. No need to do manual any action from client. Right? This is the 4-level data protection for reliability and availability from IBM Storage solution. This is the unique in the world till now. I never see any vendor in the world can have the same this capability from IBM. Right? So we give to customer the best data protection in the world. Best data protection in the world. Yes. The next one, very hot and very strong. The feature from IBM to protect the data in case you have hacker or malware or ransomware attacking to your data, right? Every IBM flash system now we have the capability we call safeguard copy on the screen. So what is it? With this capability, we allow the customer to take the copy from your production volume, right? Yes, let's say you have the production volume here. We allow you to make another copy, many copy, up to more than 15,000. The copy from production volume. You can take the copy at example 6 a.m. o'clock, 9 a.m. o'clock, you take another copy, 12 p.m. you take another copy, and so on, right? And let's say at night, in night you have attacker attacking from hacker or malware, infected or ransomware attacking to your data, right? So in this case, you can use the copy, flash copy, and you checking which copy is good, so that you can restore your data. Maybe the latest copy it cannot use because it have the cutoff or malware or ransomware infected, and you check, and you will maybe you can see 1 or 2 or 3 copy is good enough, so that you can recover your data. That is a very good feature, because I see a lot of my customers, they have issue, trouble, lost data from ransomware. Many years, many weeks till now, right? This is a very good feature built in every IBM flash system. Okay? So with built-in data protection, we have the customer to protect your data from ransomware attack, malware, and the logical error from software, from human, right? If you interested in this capability, I will talk in another workshop. Next slide. I will talk about another feature also very strong, very strong. I could not ignore this slide. For every IBM flash system, I must talk about this slide, right? This slide is the key solution for digital transformation and cloud journey for every customer. When you would like to modernize your storage system, to deploy the digital transformation or deploy any cloud, right? This is very important with IBM storage. With IBM flash system, we can have to manage over 500 storage system from another company in the world, right? We can consolidate every SAN together to single system, right? Combine all free capacity together to provision to your system, right? And one GUI only, one IP only, we can manage and provision capacity from all storage system in your environment to your server, right? And also we can do a lot of feature in case another vendor cannot do. Look like compression, deduplication, flash copy, snapshot, replication, encryption, right? A lot of feature in case your current storage system could not do. IBM flash system will manage and do for you. Okay? And most important, this way we call the consolidated SAN storage. And with this capability, you can retire any on slow storage system from any vendor. You can take out and upgrade by new storage system modern and insert to your system. No any downtime. Online, 100% and very easy to do for you, right? Don't worry, don't care about downtime to your server. During you get out the on storage system and put in the new storage system faster, modern. That is a key step for every digital transformation project for every customer and ready to deploy the cloud computing for every customer in the world in ASEAN and Vietnam right now, many years ago. Okay. So this way we have the customer optimize cost, simple, seamless to manage and best utilization your storage environment. Strongest storage solution with IBM flash system and spectrum scale. We can give to customer strongest storage solution for big data, AI, and cloud. Based on the IBM flash system and feature, we deploy the IBM spectrum solution and we can connect, leverage, reuse every server, every SAN storage from any vendor in the world. Right? You hear me? We support every storage system from any vendor in the world. Combine together, reuse, protect your investment to deploy single storage system, single global namespace, and provision capacity to every application on top. Doesn't matter which is application you would like to deploy: Oracle database, SQL Server, VMware, SAP HANA, container, Docker, big data, anything. You can deploy and provision capacity with every the way you want to access file system over the SMB or NFS or CSI or S3 objects protocol or Hadoop, everything. This is a very good and strongest solution for the one single platform storage for big data and AI. I need to introduce with very interview to all of you. Okay, and system can run in on IBM mainframe, IBM Power, x86. That means the Intel server. Anything, any platform, any software, any requirement you can deploy and combine and reuse existing your investment for storage. No any vendor in the world can have the same this capability from IBM. I need to introduce to all of you. Okay. And the last one, bundle with on IBM flash storage, we have the software to control on your storage system, right? Deploy on IBM cloud or on your server on-prem, right? You can manage every storage.
Okay, so I think the present from Mr. Hai almost end. So to save for the time, I think let's continue to your session instead. So after Mr. Hai come back, so just get him to check the question from the customer and answer later.
Hi, and Mr. Dewey, do you hear me?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
hearing. Yeah.
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Okay. I would like to say sorry again due to the internet connection, but on my slide is finished already.
Yes.
That is my slide. Thank you very much. And if the customer have any question regarding to IBM Storage, you can turn on the audio and asking me directly. So
Yeah,
much
yeah.
the question they type in the chat window, I also answer already. Thank you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Could you recommend price IBM storage solution that best for media streaming of VOD and TV streaming?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. The question. So, in case you would like to deploy the storage system for video streaming or televisions or media and voice demand and so on, right? That
Yeah.
system, that is unstructured data, and it's require two part from my solution architects. I also propose IBM storage for many television company in Vietnam and the media company, right? Two part you need to consider before you choose the storage vendor and model. The part one is high performance. High performance means the high IOPS to support the multi-user access to video streaming and video on demand, right? Multi-user support, that is the first point. And high performance for read the video and audio file. The second part is a large capacity. Very large capacity. It means the big capacity to store your media file for many years, right? In this case, you need to store for many years, let's say 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and a lifetime ago, right? So for the first part, the high performance and multi-user, you need to put your streaming data, video, and audio on demand on flash storage, right? Look like the IBM flash system with flash core model. For high video streaming and video on demand, you need to use the IBM. For IBM, you need to use IBM flash core. Don't use the hard drive or even commodity or cheap solid. That's right. It's not good because the performance is lower than IBM flash core and the duration that's in the lifetime. Very important, right? And for the second part, the bit capacity, you can leverage tiering, auto tiering. IBM flash system, we have the tiering. You can combine the highest performance from flash core and maybe bit capacity and chip low rise from hard drive. You can combine together for the long-term capacity store, right? So for every project for streaming and video on demand, please contact me directly so that I can understand what is exactly your requirement and propose the best cost and performance to your customer, to your requirement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hayes. And we know more question. And right now, Mr. Hayes and Mr. Dewey, you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much for today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes.
Sorry
Thank
for
you.
issue
Yeah.
internet connection again. Okay, thank you.
So I think after this event, I will send back the our presentation to
Yeah,
your
yeah.
team. Yeah. And if the client they have any question, so we can send the email directly to us. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also will send the certification from the Oracle for the half partition certification also.
Yes. And do you have more to speak, Mr. Hayes? Before we finish our event.
In fact, now it's too late, over 12 p.m. So,
Yeah.
in fact, my slide have two more slides to summary the IBM Flash System model. And can say this is the first time I share directly to your customer on the YouTube. Okay, 1 minute more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On the YouTube channel, if the customer they interested about IBM storage and IBM flash system in general, right? Product
Yes.
solution and technical update, they can go to YouTube and search Hai Nguyên Văn IBM Vietnam. They will see my channel. I have the one channel on YouTube. That is
Oh, yeah.
non-trade, yes, non-profit. I just upload a lot of my video training for IBM storage and hand-on lab, step by step, how to use the IBM flash system, how to configure, and what is the key feature, what is the latest information from IBM, right? If the customer interested about IBM storage, they can go to the YouTube, search my name, they will see my channel, and a lot of resource presentations by me also uploaded on that channel. I thank you very much. This is my last statement for this session today. Thank you.
Yeah.